Yeah, I like to think about life like a video game. It's like,
Me too. Call of
you
Duty.
not the same type
Yeah.
though. I was
She was
imagining
like, no.
I'm
What game
imagining a
was in your
game
head?
with like different like levels.
Like Tetris,
Donkey Kong.
Kind of. I think
Oh,
that
like
will work better.
Mario.
You're
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Level 1, level 2, level 3. Gotcha.
It's like we think that we have not that a level is better than another,
Right.
but to unlock level 10, you have to
Oh.
pass by all the other
I
levels.
gotcha.
And like depending of like what passes your life, you might reach level 10 before me, but just because the thing that you unlocked before were different.
Right.
But now, or even maybe we are not even playing the same video game
Right.
actually.
Right.
So like
That's
your
such a good
level
point.
10 is like whatever, and my level 10, well, I had a crazy boss at 5,
Right.
and I'm stuck there, while you are already at level 10, but we are not even playing the same game. And so I
Right.
will be like, oh my God, but he's already there. Like he got married
Right.
at 21. What the heck? Like I'm 31.
Right.
But then my
Yes.
game is completely different.
Yes.
Right.
And I
Yes.
will reach the level 10 only when I will have unlocked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Right.
6 until 9. Until 9.
I think what's incredible is we mentioned it earlier, but like almost all of this kind of season stock and a lot around relationships, like because that was what was brought up, but also around other things is it has to do so much with comparison.
Mhm.
And I love what you're saying of like, what if you're not even playing the same game?
Mm.
Because then that takes comparison out of the equation as much as possible, right? Because it's like, you know what? 100%. There will be Saturdays or Friday or any day of the
Yeah.
week where I wish that I could sleep in, wake up, go get brunch with the boys, go play a round of golf,
Mhm.
go get some lunch, drink
He's
quite a
dreaming
bit,
right now.
go play another round of golf maybe, or maybe like go see a movie with the boys.
Yeah.
And then go have a nice steak dinner. And then like that would be great. That would be amazing.
Sounds
There's
like
some
a
days
dream day.
there's some days where it's like that right there, that would hit the spot. Okay? It would, right?
Yeah.
But what I can also say is that
So when you said anything you would want to do in life, you'd want to do with Brooke. I mean, except for that kind of thing.
right. Right. But there's a but I can talk
No,
about that, by
yeah.
the way. But
Good.
this Saturday, I took my 2 kids to soccer practice, and my wife was at a bridal shower, so I took them to soccer practice by myself, both of them. That was interesting. I bribed them with ice cream. So after we went and got ice cream, brought them home. We played outside. We ate lunch. They took naps. Then they got up from nap. We went on a little road trip, which is literally just driving around. We came back. We played outside.
No golf
We
involved.
went to the grocery store. We made dinner together, and then I put them down to bed. And like that day, I wouldn't give up for anything
Right.
Yeah.
because I spent all day with my 2 kids, and my 2 boys are everything to me, right? But it's this thing of where part of the beauty of what I think our relationship has is that Brooke is okay days that I go and play golf, and I'm okay days that she goes and
Right.
Yeah, that's
does
good.
whatever girls do. I have literally no idea. Okay? But I think that there's so much power in what you're saying of we're not even playing the same video game. So much power in that. And I think the real question then becomes of like,
Yeah.
how do you, like, this is for all of us, right? Of like, how do you convince yourself that that's actually real?
Right.
On the days where I really want to go play golf with the boys, but I can't because I got to take the boys to soccer practice.
Right.
On days that you may be going, hey, I'm 31. It would be great to be married and have some kids, but I also have this freedom. Like, freedom. You can, like,
Mm.
when you're thinking about where different people are at, you're
Yeah.
comparing them back to yourself. You're comparing yourself to other people. What is it in you that goes, wait a second, we're not even playing the same video game. And wait a second, God has a plan for me and a calling for me. And that's where I need to operate. I don't need to go and operate over here where this person is.
Well, what helps me in those days where I'm comparing too much is to look back, because your video game has a setup, an universe,
Hmm.
like something like the characters and all what we have been through, like the way, like until the family you born and the place you're born, like everything is different. Like I am, if I look at how I started and I compare to the people I'm comparing to, we didn't even start it the same way. We don't have the same family, the same siblings. Like,
Our video games aren't even in the same language.
yeah, literally. Literally. You are playing on Xbox and I'm on a PC. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? And so thinking about like how I came to this point
Mm-hmm.
makes me realize that, okay, you might not like it, but everything about it is unique.
Hmm.
And so if you compare your uniqueness to someone else's uniqueness, you will never find
Mm-hmm.
a similarity. And so like try to just focus, like I try to just focus on myself. It's not easy
Yeah.
every day, but that's kind of what like helps me realize that, okay, well, my video game is different. Like
Yeah.
everything about me is different.
Matt, what you got?
I think it's an interesting idea where if you take the video game analogy and like purpose, like replace it with like purpose. And it's this comparison of purpose. And I think a common thing that people do is they place their purpose in something in the future. And the future doesn't exist. Like there is no guarantee of it. And so really your purpose is only in where you are right now. And so kind of
Present. Yeah.
yeah, how does that, I mean, I guess like kind of taking that idea, I don't know, like I keep hearing, we keep talking about this, and I struggle with this too, is like you compare my purpose to another person's purpose, but I'm comparing where I think I should be 5 years from now, 10 years from now, tomorrow.
Yeah.
But all I have is today and is right now. And so it's like, what can I do right now that's going to dictate my purpose now rather than the game that I'm playing from like a higher level, I guess.
My therapist and I have had several talks about this. To be real, about how pretty much any form of anxiety or stress or these different things come from trying to make up hypothetical situations that could or could not happen in the future. Right? And realistically, all we can do is control today, right now. And any anxiety is happening in the future.
Yeah.
Right? And to come back and focus on today, and to come back and focus on right now, and to, even if we literally legitimately talk to my therapist about how when you get to the end of the day, I have gone to a therapist for a while now about having problems sleeping. And part of my issue is that when I lay down in bed, I feel like my mind goes, it flips the switch and it starts going a million miles an hour. And I can't turn it off. I just go, and then I roll over. I look at the clock, and now it's 3:30 in the morning, and I'm like, I'm supposed to get up at 6. What am I supposed to do right now? But part of that is that when I get to the end of my day, I need to look back, and basically, it's funny because my therapist isn't really talking in terms of faith, right? But my therapist is literally like, look back on the day and name off all the things that you're grateful that you got done. And look back at the day in a very, like, have a very thankful attitude back towards it, and a very have gratitude back towards the day of like, I got X, Y, and Z done. And even though I may not have gotten A, B, and C done right now at 1:00 in the morning, I can't do them anyway. Nobody's awake. Like, I can't make a phone call. I can't get somebody, like, so I can't do anything. And the best thing for me would be to go to sleep right now, turn everything off. And I think it's interesting when we start talking about purpose, we start talking about seasons in that way of like, what if, because I don't think that my personal attitude towards the season that I'm in is always gratitude.
Oh, for sure.
It's not, right? But what can I do to work on that? What can I do to look at it more in that way?
Yeah, like, why is waiting so hard?